Afternoon, Joe. One thing you can say about Madrid is it's a very hospitable city, and someone who's been extremely hospitable towards us is the former Real Madrid president, Ramón Calderón. Ramón, first of all, we saw Dean Howson yesterday. We will see Trent Alexander-Arnold tomorrow. You've got a new head coach at Real Madrid as well. Just how important a period is this for Real Madrid now heading in to the Club World Cup?
No doubt, it's a very important signing for us. He's one of the best right backs in the world. He can play as a midfielder. So for us that would be also relevant because Luka Modric has left, Toni Kroos 2 years ago. So I think it's been of a great help for our team. He has all the opportunities here. People are expecting him with open arms. So it's a new English player coming to Real Madrid with many ones having been successful here, for sure. He will be one of them.
Just how seriously, though, are Real Madrid taking the Club World Cup? It seems they are, because obviously they've paid money to get Trent Alexander-Arnold before his contract with Liverpool expired.
All the competitions are important for us. In this club, to win is an obligation. So any competition we are playing, the players know that they have to win it, and the coach also. And I think to have signed Xavi has been very wise, not only because he won the championship in the Bundesliga in Germany, but for me, much more important that he knows the club. He's been a player for 5 years, so he knows how important it is to put up with the pressure, to endure it, and that's why he can be successful as well. And with players like Wilson or Alexander-Arnold and some more, for sure they will come. We will have the opportunity to win again, to be competing for winning all the titles. But of course, as you said, the World Cup was important. That's why we pay 5 million. I think it was worth it for a player like him.
I was going to say about the financial aspect of the Club World Cup, though, as well, because when you talk about Real Madrid looking to add more players to their squad, we saw the link with Zubamendi this week, but the journalists around Madrid are telling me that financially it doesn't make sense for Real Madrid to go for someone like Zubamendi. So the financial aspect, the financial riches that are on offer at the Club World Cup could make a big difference to Real Madrid this summer, could they?
Well, we financially, we have the club has a good health. We make a lot of money, but we don't need to give dividends to anyone. We don't have shareholders. We are a non-profit association. That's what gives much more importance to what we do, playing against big companies, states and oligarchs and millionaires. But we managed to have a lot of earnings. We are more than, I think, 1 billion this year. We've had some problems with the overcost of the stadium, but the stadium is there, one of the best stadiums in the world. So no problem about that. We can cope with it.
But is it fair to say then the business model has changed and Real Madrid don't necessarily go after paying the big fees for players now? They're looking to get players in towards the end of their contract so they get them for better value for money.
Well, we try. Yeah. Of course, nowadays, for Real Madrid to sign up top players is very expensive. It's difficult, on top of that, to find someone who is better than the ones we have. Our team has incredible players, Vinicius, Mbappé, Rodrigo, all of them. And then it's not easy to find a player that can be has the same level. But of course, when Real Madrid is approaching, the money is putting up. It's normal when they think that Real Madrid has the money to pay it, and we've been paying a lot of money for players. I remember playing for Cristiano 84 million pounds at the time, which perhaps was 20 years ago, no, 16 years ago. It seemed a lot of money, but then it was nothing. What he got here was incredible. So it depends. But of course, if you can get a player like Arnold nearly for free, well, you have a saying, if it's free, it's for me.
You're expecting Trent to be a big hit here over in Madrid? Do you expect him to have a big influence now on this Madrid side? Because it seems they're changing their defence somewhat, with Howson coming in at centre-half as well.
Yeah, for sure. We have many injuries. We've had many injuries this year. So he's coming to cover one of the places we needed to cover. But also, He, as I said, as a midfielder, he can help also a lot. He has a fantastic range in assisting. Well, I've seen images, incredible images, just passing the ball from 60 meters from one part to the other of the pitch. And he could be a good help for Vinicius and Mbappe for sure. They need players like him, just passing the ball very, very long like he does. And I for sure, he's proven at Liverpool, 26-year-old, very, very young, and he's winning everything with Liverpool. For sure, he will be a player very, very important for us.
A nice Liverpool connection with the head coach and Xabi Alonso as well, of course.
Yeah, it's true.
But is one of the problems that Xabi has to solve Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Junior and Rodrigo as well? Because obviously a lot of rumours about what could happen with Rodrigo this summer.
Well, I don't know what he thinks. It's true that they play on the left mainly, the three of them. So for sure he will have any solutions to change that, to fix that in some way. I don't know if Rodrigo will stay. I think he's done a very good job with Real Madrid, and he's a fantastic player. Anyone would like to have him on his side. And I don't know. Let's see now what happens in the World Cup. And Xabi will be just meeting all the players, knowing how to organize tactically the team. He will do that, I'm sure, very well. For main reason I told you, because he knows the pressure. He will be able to convey the players what they are facing when they come up to the Bernabeu. You will see all the people there, very demanding people, expecting them not only to win titles but to play well.
I get the impression then, Ramon, that you're very happy with the appointment of Xabi Alonso as head coach.
Yes, very much. I know him. He's a very good, as a person, he's a really nice guy. He doesn't want to be the protagonist, which is very important in a team full of stars, a dressing room full of stars. So you need someone who gives the protagonist, to leave the protagonist to the players. It's what Ancelotti did. I was really a fan of Ancelotti, but well, he decided to leave.
Do you think it was the right time with Carlo?
Well, maybe it was the right time for him. He was happy to go to Brazil, to the national team. He was perfect, what he did here. The job was perfect. But Xabi, I think he is one of the guys that can be just fit with that position. It's very difficult to be on that bench. I think only 3 or 4 coaches in the last 70 years have been more than 3 years on that bench. So for English football, that would be impossible to understand. But this is what happens here. If you don't win, it's easier to sack one than 22.
How difficult is it, though, for him to deliver success immediately at this Club World Cup? He only took his first training session on Monday. He's had players away on international duty. Obviously, the England boys are only just getting back now. So Jude Bellingham and Trent obviously arriving over back in Madrid today.
Again, as I said, everyone expects them to win the title. It's not easy. Of course, he's coming just a few days ago. He's just meeting the players, knowing how to tactically use them. But it's what has built the legend of our club to win. That's why we've won 15 Champions League, more than double than the second one. Something special, but it's like that. So players have the mentality, must have a very strong mindset mentality to know that everyone is demanding them to win. So Xabi knows that quite well. 5 years here as a player gave him the opportunity to know the pressure.
That was a nice moment yesterday when we saw Dean Howson in front of all the European Cups as well. And I think he gave the impression of someone knowing exactly what he's walking into at Real Madrid and the expectation as well.
Right. That's what I said. I've known many players and coaches that couldn't cope with the pressure they have here. It's something not understandable for them. And I always say the reason 75% of the people living in Madrid, including myself, haven't been born in Madrid. So our link to the team is not local or regional. It's just a link with the excellence, with doing things well, with winning titles, with playing well, with aspiring to everything. That's why we've got with what we did.
We were talking off camera, talking about excellence and seeing Cristiano Ronaldo still scoring goals. And unfortunately for yourself, it was against Spain at the weekend.
40 years old. I'm very happy to see him just being successful with his team. Not in this case, because the opponent was Spain. But, well, of course, if anyone could do that, was him, 40 years old. And I'm sure he will be playing for 1 or 2 more years. I don't know where, but he's one of those players, maybe the only one I've met that his obsession was to be any day to be better than the day before. So with his talent, with his being so skillful, having that mentality and being so prepared, difficult, unbeatable. That's why he did what he did here, what he did in United, in Saudi Arabia, and yesterday with Portugal.
Just one final thing, Ramon. How much are you looking forward to the Club World Cup, and what do you make of the new format that it's taken?
I think it would be very good for fans. They will be able to see all the best players of the world, the best teams playing against each other. I have an objection about so many matches they have to play. I suppose many of them will be played this season 7-0, which is a lot of matches, risk of injuries, being very tired. But still, I think the level will be very high, and will be very important to see all those teams playing against each other, the best players of the world, the best teams of the world. So why not? I think it will be worth it to watch that competition.